Can somebody let me know if you can hear me or not? What do you want to know?
You're not there.
That's not the right one.
Oh. It said upcoming.
I had to delete one.
Okay.
Can somebody let me know if you can hear me or not, please?
Um, I didn't even get a notification you were on.
This camera's not working. Hey, Sharetha, can you hear me? Are you able to hear me okay? I'm good, I'm good. How are you? Okay, you can hear me. Good deal. Okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the like. I appreciate you being here. Are you doing okay, Shretha? Good. I know it's getting late where you are. Did you want me to answer a question for you before I get started? Good, 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 good. Hey, Sandy. You found me.
I found you.
Shretha, hey, Bapasha. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you so much. Okay, thank you, Shresa. One day I'm going to get your name correct. What is it I used to call you? Shretha? And then somebody said it was Shresa? Okay, okay, cool. Alright, so welcome back. Thank you for being here. I'm just going to check the energy real quick. I will say that there's been some problems with the electronics today. My other phone would not, the camera wouldn't even work, so I'm having to use my iPhone. This is the first time I've ever filmed on my iPhone. Goria? Oh, that's your nickname? Am I saying it right? Goria? Goria. Awesome, Goria. If I can remember that. Oh, it's taking me forever to get the other name even halfway right. Goria. I like that, Goria. I love that. Okay. I hope everyone's had a good week. I think it's much easier, yes. Even your last name is difficult for me to pronounce. Chakraborty. Chakraborty. Sharishra Chakraborty. It's a beautiful name. With my southern drawl and my American accent, it's hard. It's hard to pronounce some things that are in other languages because we don't have those sounds that we typically use. Hell, I have a hard time just saying, hey, how you doing sometimes. And it's still Mercury retrograde. Yeah, I am trying my best. I do try. I know how important it can be to get somebody's name right. But when Mercury's retrograding like it is, it causes me to have a hard time. You love your name in American accent? What's up, Kailash? Welcome to the channel, baby. Thank you for joining me. All good. Awesome. 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 Good. Good to know. Okay. I haven't gotten started yet. I've just been kind of chit-chatting with everyone. My favorite loves that are here. I'm checking the energy. I'm feeling quite nervous. There's an anxious feeling to me right now. Yes. Jira. Jira. See, I'm already getting it wrong. Goria. 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 Okay, Goria. Let's go. Let's move on. when the candle falls. It's going to be one of those days. Uh-oh. Look, y'all, I'm telling you, there's a negative energy around right now that's really, really testing my ability as a reader and as a human being even. Angels from the Most High God, please protect me and surround me with your presence. Give me divine wisdom. Help me to see with my third eye what I need to see for the highest and greatest good of all who might hear or see this video. And just move me out of the way, and even through my human frailty and challenges, you can work because you're just that amazing. Okay. All right, so we're having the new moon. I think it started last night and will continue through tonight. This is a very powerful new moon in Virgo, and I want to kind of talk about what that means for a second, if I can get this phone to work. I also got two very interesting songs. One of them is called Always Be Us, and the other one was called, I think, Before You. Let's see. Let's see if we can find the music first. Okay, yeah. This is the second song, but I'm going to read it first because it's here. Okay, Before You by Bailey Zimmerman. Before you, I was doing my best. Before you, I was still a mess. Wandering around this town, didn't have a clue before you. I don't have to say I'm not perfect, babe, you already know. And you love me just the same. Before you, my heart was running on empty. Before you, I was drowning in an ocean of lonely. Now I look to something higher, walk straight through the fire. No, there ain't nothing I won't do to be the man I want to be for you. Letting go of the things in my past, all the heartbreaks holding me back. Was trying to find my own way to something new. Then in walked you. I can't count the times that you've helped me through. I thank God for you. You made me living proof, 'cause before you, my heart was running on empty. Before you, I was drowning in an ocean of lonely. Now I look to something higher, walk straight through the fire. No, there ain't nothing I won't do to be the man I want to be for you. Before you, my heart was running on empty. Before you, I was drowning in an ocean of lonely. Now I look to something higher, walk straight through the fire. No, there ain't nothing I won't do to be the man I want to be for you. To be the man I want to be for you. And the other song that I got was It'll Always Be Us. It'll Always Be Us. And this is a song we've had on the channel before. And it goes like this. I've had one that buys me flowers, one that talked about a ring. I've had one in New York City, I thought he was everything. But I run when things get close, close to what we had. But boy, I'd run to you, just know, if you ever came back. 'Cause it'll always be us, you'll always be the one I call when I get drunk. And say I've had enough, could you come pick me up? Yeah, it took some time to know, but now I know that it'll always be us. Wish that I could lie and say I wish that I could lie and say I've moved on. Thought that it would pass, but it's been too long. Every time I find someone, it ain't enough, 'cause it'll always be us, always be us. Only one has met my mama, and that one still is you. She asked me if I love you, and I still say I do. 'Cause I run when things get close, close to what we had. But I'd run to you, just know if you ever, I keep wanting to say if I ever came back. So you might be the one that's gone. Reverse roles if you need to, because it'll always be us. You'll always be the one I call when I get drunk and say I've had enough. Could you come pick me up? Yeah, I took some time to know, but I know, no, I know that it'll always be us. I wish I could lie and say I'm moved on. Thought it would pass, but it's been too long. Every time I find someone, it ain't enough because it'll always be us. It'll always be us. It'll always be us. Oh, oh. I still run when things get close, close to what we had. But I run to you. Just know if your heart ever comes back. Oh, if I ever come back. Why do I keep saying if I ever come back? Somehow that fills this gap. There's a gap missing here. If I ever come back. Because it'll always be us. You'll always be the one when I call when I get drunk and say I've had enough. Could you come pick me up? Yeah, it took some time to know, but now I know that it'll always be us. I wish that I could lie and say I'm so moved on. Thought that it would pass, but it's been too long. Every time I find someone, it ain't enough, 'cause it'll always be us. It'll always be us. It'll always be us. Always be us. Always be us. So you have somebody that you're not with right now, but this person changed your life, or you changed theirs, because it kept reversing roles on me while I was trying to speak. So one or the other has really made an impact. I think you both made an impact on one another, but I think one of you had been very wounded when you met, and this person realized you're the one that has brought me the most healing of anyone that I've ever met. And now when I meet people, I get close to them and I run, because now I know it'll always be us. But sometimes in life we find these things out too late and they don't come back, or we don't go back because there's just been too much damage done. And so that could be the case. I don't know. The songs would indicate that whatever you're doing in life, this person's still a very big part of your thoughts, and they've got a piece of your heart, a piece of your soul, and they're not letting it go, because you can't find anybody that even comes close to how this person makes you feel. Um, and that's a bummer, because when you have found that one person and then you compare everyone to them, and it's hard not to, because they were always, just everything. And maybe at the time you didn't even realize they were everything, because you took that for granted. And now, you realize a little too late that it would always be us. All right, I'm going to leave that alone. I wasn't quite finished because I wanted to talk to you about this new moon in Virgo, if I can get the phone to work. Like I said, the camera on this phone stopped working. I don't know what the hell. All right, so let's see if we can find out what's going on. Right now, we're going through a new moon in Virgo. I think this is it right here. Let me go back and make sure. As the waxing crescent moon graces the skies. Okay, this is saying it's in Leo, so I think we need to go. Yeah, here we go. Now, it ended Friday. This past Friday, August 22nd at 10:06, there was a new moon in Virgo. But I feel that it's still significant, because some astrologers are saying that it's going to be on the 23rd, which is today. So it's probably still not too late to put your intentions out to the universe. I feel that it's not too late. Spirit wouldn't have me doing this reading. Okay, so here's what the new moon in Virgo is about. And it's about to change to Leo, so just know that it is going to quickly jump to a fiery something. A sensitive, edgy new moon in Virgo on the 23rd reveals routines likely to go awry over the next few months. Even the best laid plans are vulnerable to sudden, rapid change, making it essential not to cling on to control. Virgo, after all, is a stickler for organization. Yet, being the most mutable earth sign, it's also known for unorganized chaos. Many Virgoans can be surprisingly scattered, and with the Uranian influence, it's expected that things can be topsy-turvy. What makes this an even more unique new moon is its birth at 0 degrees of Virgo. It's a critical degree representing all the newness and potential of whatever sign it falls in. There's a slight sense of underdevelopment. It's raw, fresh, and tremendously new. It's unformed energy in its purest form. A tremendously powerful symbol of a new chapter. Are you feeling like you're at a new chapter in your life? So not only is it a new moon, always symbolic of fresh beginnings, but it's a new moon supercharged with spring-like energies. Thus, clinging on to what's known, what's comfortable, what's familiar is not a strategy that will work for anyone. When we do away with tradition, with formulas that have worked for us before, we learn to set ourselves free. This is no easy feat. The temptation to walk the well-trodden pathways that we know so well is tempting. For example, the Virgo being the sign of wellness and health, the urge is to kick into gear routines that have worked for us before. Drinking a glass of lemon water every morning, going for a long walk in the evening, starting the day with journaling. While these anchors are excellent lifestyle supports and there's no reason why we shouldn't implement them, maybe it's time to invite something totally new, something we've never done before. Maybe even something a little off the beaten track. Most importantly, our new habits need to reflect the ability to be flexible and shake things up because we are very likely to waver, to be distracted, or even be unreliable with ourselves. Creating flexible routines is the key. Creating routines that are exciting and fresh and are new and different is how we'll avoid disappointing ourselves. The same applies to work we do, our flow, our administration, our meetings, appointments, how we navigate our day-to-day doings. This is the time to explore new possibilities, to apply for new positions, to explore the possibility of freelancing or creating more freedom in our daily routines. The ruler of Virgo is Mercury, and it lies in confident Leo, emphasizing how important it is to put ourselves first and to believe in our skills, to be confident in what we do, in our creative ability, and the ability to lead. The world is our oyster, full of glimmering possibilities. Let's follow the beat of our own unique drum, trusting the healer within, surrendering to the beautiful chaos. This is how we emerge transformed, wiser, freer, alight with possibility. Now, let's go back to the songs. It'll always be us. It's time to try something new. Yes, that person had a big impact on your life. They might be the only one that ever met your mama. But it's time to be flexible. That person is not coming back. Those feelings are not coming back. What will come back is the same thing we always got. If we keep doing what we always did, we're going to get what we always got. And this person is gone for a reason. Don't forget why they're gone. They didn't stay for a reason. And that also impacted your life in tremendous ways. Don't romanticize the relationships of your past because they seem so perfect. Because maybe at the time they were. But this is a new beginning. It's a time for fresh new starts, fresh new ideas, mixing things up, changing up your routine. If you get up in the morning and you drink a glass of lemon water, get up in the morning and try having something else. Try fasting. Try having nothing. Try doing some meditation. Maybe even try doing some yoga. You know, I'm in a place in my life where my health is going through some changes. And it's time for me to really start making some decisions about how I'm going to do things. Because to be honest with you, I have done nothing different. And I've been healthy my whole life. And now I'm finding out that I'm not healthy at all. And so I have to do something different. What's always worked for me is not going to keep working for me. All right. Spirit, may I have a prayer, please? Dear God, thank you for your gift of life, of faith, and of my calling. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you and others. Dear Father, thank you for making me your beloved child now and forever. Amen. And I feel that a lot of this is going to be about you finding your calling. Finding maybe what you thought was your calling isn't your calling at all. Maybe life is about to take you in a whole new direction. And that direction is going to be so beautiful and so perfect. But if you're not flexible and you're not willing to try things that are new and you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting what you always got. And if that didn't make you blissful, if that didn't give you the satisfaction that you wanted, it's time to try something new. I can't say it enough. It won't always be us. It's not going to always be us. That way of thinking is what got us here. Okay? All right, Spirit, how do you want to start? We're going to start out with the virtue cards. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here. All right, so we got humility and perseverance. They came out sideways. So some of us may struggle a little bit with being, oh, our royalty's missing. But we do have gratitude, and we're being responsible. So we have no loyalty. We're not persevering. We're slightly full of ourselves, but we have gratitude and we are being responsible. You hear what I'm saying? We're not perfect. And it said in that song, I'm not perfect, but that's okay because you love me anyway. All right, let's see how Spirit's working in areas of our lives during this new moon in Virgo. Very different reading. I'm feeling a very different vibe here. I do have a slight headache. Someone could have a slight headache, or it could just be me. All right, home life, Spirit. I deserve the best, and I accept the best now. Every thought I think is creating my future. And I now create a wonderful new job. And I'm flexible and flowing. I'm flexible and flowing, collective. At home, you have to be flexible and flowing. You're going to create a wonderful new job. Whether you're going to work from home or whether you're just going to do something to get a job, like go online and fill out applications. But a lot of you are going to work from home. A lot of you are going to do something similar to what I do. Meaning YouTube or some other kind of blog or something creative. Because every thought you think is creating your future. Remember that. The thoughts you think are creating your future. And you want those thoughts to be positive, right? You want those thoughts to be as positive as they can be. We can't be Pollyanna and walk around and always be positive. But we can try to keep our thoughts as positive as possible. The universe totally supports every thought I choose to think and believe. I have unlimited choices about what I think. I choose balance, harmony, and peace, and I express it in my life. And you deserve the best, and you're going to accept the best now. So at home, you're going to have the best, create a wonderful new job, your thoughts are going to be creative, and most importantly, you're going to be flexible and flowing. Flexible and flowing. Okay, be flexible at home. All right, what about work life? And if you don't have a job, this will be how Spirit's working in your life. It's amazing how Spirit can do both at once. All right, work life, Spirit. I love life. I love life. And I love and approve of myself. Wow. So Spirit is working in our life when it comes to work. We love life. Have you not been loving your life? Well, guess what? You're going to love your life. Spirit's working on you loving your life and loving and approving of yourself. So maybe you've been hard on yourself. You haven't really been approving of yourself. And you need to stop being so hard on yourself. You need to know you deserve the best. You need to know that every thought you think is being creative at home. You're going to create a wonderful new job by being flexible and flowing. And Spirit is going to teach you to love life and to love and approve of yourself. Alright. Surprises. It is safe to look within. My thoughts are creative. So you're going to be surprised. When you think a thought, immediately it's going to happen. Your thoughts are going to bring immediate results so quickly that it's going to blow your mind. You're going to have a thought and oh, boom, there it is. You're going to be so surprised at how this new moon is going to affect you in bringing the new immediately to your life. You're creating it with your thoughts. And you're going to experience love wherever you go. Love is going to be wherever you go, collective. Because you're going to take it with you, for one thing. Alright. Love life. How are you working in our love life, Spirit? I don't know if I'm going to take those. They'll come out if they're meant to. How are you working in our love? There we go. There we go. I am willing to change. You remember I said it will not always be us? In your love life, you're willing to change. Or maybe you're willing to change so it can always be us. Maybe you weren't willing to change. Maybe you weren't willing to put in the effort. Maybe you weren't humble enough. Maybe you gave up too quick. You walked away when things got tough. And look, you're going to also release all fears and doubts. So you're afraid in your love life. You have fears and doubts you need to release. And be willing to change. Be willing to change whatever that means for you. Only you know what that means for you. Alright. And what is our role here? Our role is to trust the process of life. Just simply trust the process. Spirit is in the process. There is a rhythm and flow to life. Remember being flexible and flowing? And I am part of it. Life supports me and brings me only good and positive experiences. I trust the process of life to bring me my highest good. So all you need to do is trust Spirit. Trust in the process. Even if you don't believe in God or Spirit, just trust that there's a process and that there's going to be a process in your life. And what will be your outcome? Okay, your income is going to constantly be increasing. All of us want to hear that as an outcome. Beautiful. And you're going to also learn to trust your inner wisdom. That's beautiful. Because your inner wisdom is amazing. And I want to tell you that if you're drawn to this channel, I do not promote this channel because only people who are extremely, extremely gifted are drawn to this channel. You all are more gifted than I am. When I read these cards, the meaning that you get from them is more important than the one that I give you. Because you have an intuition that is so strong. You have gifts, the spiritual gifts that are operating in your life. If you have been drawn to this channel, are off the charts amazing. Trust me, I've been doing this for 6 years. And on the bottom of the deck, I'm open and receptive to new avenues of income. So you're going to even be open to some new avenues of how you can make income. So you're going to start learning ways that you can bring in extra money. Or maybe shave a little bit off. Save some money. Do away with this. Do away with that. Cut back on some of those subscriptions you pay for that you never use. You're going to be open to new avenues of income. Your income is going to constantly be increasing. Y'all, Spirit is about to do some amazing stuff in this collective. This is just absolutely beautiful. Alright, now I want to see how Spirit is working in the spiritual gifts. Spiritual gifts at home, Spirit. How are you working? Okay. Bag of Marbles came out, collective. Some of us might feel a little scatterbrained. Like we've lost our mind just a tad. You feel a little crazy. Are you feeling like you've lost your mind at all? Okay, but remember, you deserve the best and you accept the best now. Every thought I think is creating my future, so you need to have positive thoughts. You're going to create a wonderful new job and you're going to be flexible and flowing. This right here is why you need to be flexible and flowing. Because without that, you're going to feel like you're going to lose your mind. Okay? That's what's going on at home. That's okay. To me, the marbles can also be about diversity. You could live in a home with diversity, different races, different cultures, that kind of thing. All right, work life, or how are you working in our lives? Wisdom collective, the three monkeys. Spirit wants you to see, hear, and speak no evil. That's how you keep your thoughts positive. That's how you keep your life positive. Because when you speak it out to the universe or you think it out to the universe, you're going to draw it right back to you like a magnet. Okay, so you're learning to be wise, working on being wise, loving life, and loving and approving of yourself. Don't speak so evil of yourself. Don't think those negative thoughts about yourself that I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm too thin, I'm too fat. Whatever it is that you need to change, change it. I have number 4 and number 32, which is a 5. So we have a progression so far. All right, what's our surprise spiritual gift? Surprisingly, we have a rainbow that showed up. Rainbows are about spirit making us promises and keeping them. Rainbows are about the lesbian gay community, and they are always welcome on this channel. You're human just like the rest of us, and I don't look at you as being any different, any more, or any less. You're just one of us, okay? We're all just one of us. There's only one, the human race. All right, we have number 28 as our surprise. So surprisingly, something is going to be a promise. Somehow there's a promise that's going to be kept. You're going to look within and your thoughts are going to be creative and you're going to experience love wherever you go. It's like Spirit is promising you these things. All right, love life. In your love life, you got 2 cards. In your love life, you have an angel and the clouds. So somehow clouds are significant to your love life. There's a lot of clouds showing up in these pictures. So make sure you're looking at the clouds. And you see the bird on the picture? Look at who's on my head. Say, hey, Cosimo. This is Cosmo, my parrot. And he wants to say hi to you guys. Come on, you want to say hi? You want to say hi? Cosmo is saying that in your love life, the clouds, Cosmo loves to fly. Did you see him fly on my head? And we have an angel, don't we, sweetheart? You're my sweet love. Yes, you are. You're mommy's sweet boy. You're my sweet boy. You see Sandy? All right, go get Sandy. You can sit on my shoulder. Yeah, pretty baby. Pretty baby. Alright, thank you for letting me indulge Cosmo. He's the star of the show. Awesome. That's great. That's great, Cody. Oh, wow. You had a pet crow? Oh, wow. Having a bird as a pet is like one of the most amazing things that I have ever experienced in my life. I've always been a pet lover. I've always loved all animals. But this parrot, when I ended up with him, he ended up in my kitchen. I didn't go looking for him. My daughter left him here when she moved out. And me and him just kind of fell in love with each other. And now he thinks I'm his girlfriend. All right, what's our role here? Woo! Okay. We're going to travel. Some of us are going to travel. It may be that Spirit gave us a lot because there's going to be a lot of different things. Take what resonates. There's going to be travel and a doorway. There's going to be protection. You're going to be a phoenix rising. You're going to be a phoenix rising. That's beautiful, collective. That's your role. To come up out of those ashes. This is you being flexible and flowing. This is you loving yourself. This is you being wise. This is you knowing that whatever promise has been made you will be kept. This is you knowing you have protection, you have an angel, and that you're going to travel through a doorway in some way, shape, or form. And what will the outcome be? A tower, an epiphany. You're going to have an epiphany. Wow. So whatever happens here is going to bring you to this aha moment where you realize something you never realized before. And you're going to see things from Spirit's perspective. You see that? There's an eagle there. Somehow eagles could be significant. And we know that Cody is a bird lover. And also I see these red flowers, or they might be purple. Somehow mountains. Somebody may live in mountainous areas, because a lot of these pictures have mountains on them. They don't necessarily have to be very big. You could live in like a rolling hill type area. So that's what we have so far. Okay, what do you want to do next, Spirit? What would you like to do next? Okay. I feel to get us a message. I want to tell you how you are essential. Spirit is telling me to get you a message out of you are essential, okay? These are short little readings that Spirit, do your magic, because I don't know what you're up to, Spirit. What are you up to? What are you doing here? Love yourself. Can't make it up. We've already heard that one time. We've already heard it once. Self-trust is the first secret of success. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Remember over here, you were going to trust. I trust my inner wisdom. Loving yourself, truly loving yourself, lays a firm foundation for building the life you want. Of course, even the most confident among us struggle sometimes when they look in the mirror. We all have weaknesses and flaws, areas we're ashamed of or embarrassed by. But sometimes those things aren't really flaws at all. We've just been looking at them all wrong. Today, take a few moments and try to refrain from imperfections. You aren't combative. You are filled with passion. You aren't bossy. You're a natural leader. You aren't too much. You're just still finding the people who can handle you. You aren't a crybaby. You are deeply empathetic. You aren't a softie. You have a heart full of love. You aren't naive. You believe in the goodness of people. You are better, stronger, and more beautiful than you give yourself credit for. Let's start believing that. And then I have another here. I have 72 and 73. I'm going to read them both. Where is your home? As much as I converse with sages and heroes, they have very little of my love and admiration. I long for rural and domestic scene, for the warbling of birds and the prattling of my children. John Adams. They say home is where the heart is. That home isn't necessarily a place. Home is wherever your family is, wherever the people who love you best are waiting for you. Your family might be your husband and your kids, or your mom and dad, or your brothers and sisters. Or it may be a family that you've chosen, made up of dear friends and trusted mentors. It is with your family that you can let down your guard and be open and vulnerable to learning and growing. It is when you're surrounded by love that you feel safe enough to take a risk. Families encourage us to fly, but also give us a safe place to land. Call your family today. Even if you are far from home, you are never far from love. Remember I said you're going to experience love wherever you go? Because you're going to take it with you. And you know, there was a time in my life when I had a family in this house. I had a husband and I had a child. And we had 3 dogs and a cat. And now I find this house empty. It's just me now. My husband passed, and my daughters moved out. And y'all are my family. You are my safe place to land. My place to be myself. And thank you. And I hope that you can find that in me as well. You know, recently I had an accident where I fell off the roof of a house. And when I went to the hospital and I had the x-rays done, they did a CAT scan with contrast dye. And when the doctor came in the room, he showed me the films. And he showed me you have cancer. And it looks pretty serious. So I have to keep my thoughts positive. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, we're gonna love who we are, okay? Sometimes who we are isn't who we want to be. How do we love who we are at home, Spirit? How do we love who we are at home? Bloom like a badass. That's me. And become a wonder hunter. Bloom like a badass, number 3. Oh wait, number 5. I've got tears in my eyes, sorry. Number 5. A lotus home is in the mud. It grows from the muck. Your life force too often grows out of the muck of circumstances, trauma, despair. Don't curse the mud of your experience. It's growing the petaled fragrance of your flowered life beneath the surface. Don't curse this moment. Choose it. Claim it as a benefactress. A holding space for your future unfolding. The lotus does not allow the dirt that surrounds it to affect its growth. Persist, you lovely thing. And see, that's you persevering, not giving up. You can't give up. Number 32, become a wonder hunter. Your ability to withstand the mundane and sometimes brutal realities of this world is equal portion to how well you willingly court wonder. A wise woman once taught that our work in the world is to pay attention, which is mostly just standing still and learning to be astonished. Now is the time to intentionally create a space for wonder. When your heart is full of awe, it becomes a magnet for the magic that lives all around us, but is rarely glimpsed. It's time to become its partner, embrace enchantment. So it's time to open our minds, like it was saying here. Be flexible. You're going to create a new job. Every thought you think is going to be creating your future. And you deserve the best, and you're going to have the best now. You're going to bloom like a badass. Even though you feel like you're crazy right now. You feel like everything in life has gone crazy. Be a wonder hunter. When things feel like they've gone crazy, but just be full of awe, like Spirit. You have a promise. You're being told you have a promise. Only you know what that means. Alright, and how are you working in our lives, Spirit? Or at work, how are you working? Wait, these are turned over. Okay. How are you working? Oh, I'm getting a lot of cards. Create intentional solitude and unfurl a new beginning. Y'all, I can't make this up. Number 8 and number 25, if your numerology is better than mine. What is death to the caterpillar is new life for the moth. A chance to spread its wings and dance with the sky. Don't spend your time on regret. Now is the moment that you're being given an opportunity to begin something new. Embrace it. Beginnings have magic and power and boldness wrapped inside them. And wings. Unfurl your hope and let the new beginning take you skyward. And create intentional solitude. Number 25. Spirit wants us to create intentional solitude for ourselves. Carve out that time. Intentional solitude is a form of prayer. It creates temenos, a protected space for communion or worship between you and the sacred. When you unplug from responsibilities, distractions, and the constant pressure of communication, a spaciousness opens up in the psyche that isn't normally available. Dreams, insights, inspirations, and aha moments occur easily in this space. Listen closely, say nothing, allow yourself to pursue the presence of the person who has the richest offerings for your life. You. That's your aha moment Spirit's giving you. That's what Spirit's working on, is getting you to be quiet, to be still, so you can have this aha moment, because you can't have them when you feel crazy. Alright, surprises. Receive all things. Number 6. Receive all things. That's probably my groceries. Yeah, would you mind getting them? I got some ice cream in there. If you'll put that in the freezer, I think the rest of it will be alright. Sorry for the interruption. Alright, receive all things. Flowers don't refuse the rain, and all of nature's creatures benefit from the sun without striving for its favor. You don't have to earn, prove, or produce in order to be worthy. You are worthy right now, as is. Life is give and take, and yet take got a bad rap somewhere. But it's nature's way. Just like a rose bush offers fragrance and beauty, it needs to receive all the elements in order to bloom. Ultra independence is a trauma response, and you're too lovely to live in trauma any longer. Alright, and then our love life. That was determined to come out, wasn't it? You're going to receive all things. Did I do the surprise yet? What happened here? Somehow I'm confused. What happened? I said love life, so I'm going to stick with it. But I could have sworn. Why am I so confused? See, that's the feeling crazy. That's the feeling crazy. Alright, we're going to go with it. What the hell? 13, embrace what is. That's what we're doing in our love life. We're embracing what is. I feel that. I feel that to my core. It may seem counterintuitive, but everything is happening for you, not to you. Trust this. When we see the world, and particularly our own circumstances, through this lens, our minds expand to take in the possibilities. On the other hand, when we resist our despair, our reality, our mind shrinks into judgment and we go into protective mode, which diminishes our creativity and vitality. This is the moment you are being asked to love what is unfolding in your life as if you chose it. Because on some level you did. It's a friend in disguise. Endeavor to welcome it so you can discover what it came to teach you. and receive all things. Number 6. Thank you so much for being here. Flowers don't refuse the rain. Wait a minute. Didn't we just read this? I messed up, y'all. I don't even know how. I'm going to go with it, though, because I must have put those cards back. I put our surprise back, and it came right back out in our love life. Flowers don't refuse the rain, and all creatures benefit from the rain without striving for its favor. You don't have to earn, prove, or produce in order to be worthy. You are worthy right now, as life is. Life is give and take, and yet take got a bad rap. Spirit wanted us to hear this twice. But it's nature's way, just like the rose bush offers fragrance and beauty. It needs to receive all the elements in order to bloom. Ultra independence is a trauma response, and you're too lovely to live in that trauma any longer. So that was your surprise about living in this trauma response. You need to learn how to allow people to help you. Like I know for myself, I have a hard time allowing people to be there for me because I always want to be there for other people. But I have to learn how to let people help me. I have to learn not to be living in that trauma response of ultra independence. And maybe you're feeling there too. Thank you. I appreciate your prayers. So this is your love life, and it also is your surprise. I accidentally put the cards back. I mean, I guess I don't know. Spirit takes over when I'm channeling. Alright. What is our role in loving ourselves? Harvest the honey. Can we harvest honey, collective? I think we can. That's our role, so we're going to do it. If Spirit asks us to do it, we're going to do it. Let them off the hook, but more importantly, let yourself off the hook. Forgiving another doesn't mean you need to accept their presence in your life or agree with their behaviors, but it does mean that you recognize carrying resentment is like poisoning your own well. That goes for your relationships between you and you as well. Forgive yourself. It doesn't matter how big or little the error or how conscious or unconscious you were at the time of the falter. What matters is that the unforgiveness is a bitter pill and your life is too precious to swallow that toxin. When you forgive, you harvest the medicine inside the wound, sweet as honey. So your role is to forgive somebody. You're going to be a phoenix rising, you're going to be protected, and you're going to travel through a doorway, and you're going to trust the process of life. Okay? So forgive. Don't hold on to the bitterness. It'll kill you. Alright, and the outcome of loving ourselves. Unfold your own myth. Unfold your own myth. And on the bottom of the deck is fail abundantly. Alright, number 12. Number 12. Don't settle for other stories or the tales of how it went for those who took the path before you. No one has ever lived on this planet with your particular thoughts and dreams, your skills, or your specific genius. The magic inside of you is one of a kind. Use it to unfold the truest and most beautiful version of your life. It doesn't need to look like anyone else's magic, just your own. So you're going to realize how full of magic you are. And then number 20, fail abundantly. Oh wait, number 28. For one thing, if you're new here, I'm pretty much blind. I have lupus. Fail abundantly. Failure is rife with underrated magic. It's a simple equation. The more you fail and get back up again, the more you realize that you're free to try, to risk, to explore. This freedom is the real measure of abundance. Remember in the beginning I told you this new moon is about not doing the same thing over and over again because it didn't work? This freedom is the real measure of abundance. True, authentic success comes from the abundance of self-love and self-trust generated when we realize failure isn't the end of the world and criticism means nothing to our inherent value. We learn when we risk. We learn more when we fail. Be the girl or guy who goes for it again and again. So no matter how many times you mess up, keep trying. Don't give up. Don't give up. You can't give up. Never, never give up. Alright, this has been a beautiful reading. I'm so grateful. I see what Spirit is doing here, and I hope you do too. Your surprise is part of your love life somehow. And it's about loving yourself more than it's about loving another. But in the music, it would have indicated that you thought it would always be us. But Spirit is saying, no, it's not going to always be us. Alright, Spirit, use the red deck I'm hearing. These are major arcanas. The red deck simply has more than 22 because it incorporates, I think, like 4 or 5 additional cards. Hope, love, charity. I can't remember them all. But Spirit and I designated them to be a fuicus, okay? Alright, so how are you working in this collective, Spirit? May I see, please? There's a tower coming that's going to be transforming your life. It's going to be an end, a death that leads to a new beginning. So there's a tower. It hasn't happened yet. And it even looks like maybe you're trying to prevent it from happening. So you may find yourself trying to prevent a catastrophe, or maybe you're just keeping yourself from having this aha moment. Maybe you're holding on so tightly to the way you used to do things and you won't let go of that, and you're going to have to. The universe is saying it's time for an ending. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and we have Scorpio here, okay? Alright. What's the energy to overcome, Spirit? Woo! Look who came out. Virgo, the Hermit. And the reason why the Hermit looks so bad is because one night something paranormal happened. Maybe I'll tell you about it sometime. I'm sorry, I was reading the comments and I was trying to understand why somebody would say she is in a trailer home giving out reading, ha ha ha, so backwards. Sweetheart, my trailer home keeps me comfortable and it's almost paid for. And the land, the 5 acres of land that it's sitting on, are paid for. And there's more love in this trailer home than you have in your little freaking whole body. Okay, Spirit, what's going to pull this together? How dare you criticize somebody's place of living? There are people who are homeless. I'm grateful for what I have. You're twisted. You're the one that's backwards. Okay. So what's going to pull it together? We have Virgo here. You're going to soul search. You're going to have to do like this thing where you go inside and you remember it said that you're gonna realize that it's safe to look within and experience love wherever you go, and know that your thoughts are creative. So you're going to go within. You may even go to someone who's wise, who can give you some wise guidance, because there are other people in life that can give you guidance, that maybe they have a way of looking at things because of their experiences that you would never think of. So this is a card of wisdom, and we have wisdom here in how Spirit's working in our lives. So you're getting wisdom, and I think that is what is going to ultimately be whatever happens with this tower and this death. We'll have to wait and see what comes out. But what's going to pull it together is charity. Charity is unconditional love. It's an agape love. It's a love, a Christ like love. It's a love of the universe. It's a universal love. You're unhappy, and there's going to be something that's going to be made right where there's no hope. So your unconditional love and the unhappiness that you feel are going to bring justice to a hopeless situation somehow. And then on the bottom of the day, you're going to come out of a very uncomfortable place where you've been stuck. So there's a place you've been stuck at in life. And I feel that it's this one that we were just talking about. It'll always be us. Maybe you thought it was always going to be us, but you're finding out that that's not going to be the case. But remember, change right now is a good thing. That's what we need to focus on and have our thoughts be positive, okay? You would not believe the people who comment on where I live. I have a freaking home. I mean, I'm grateful for that. I don't know how you could be so cruel. I mean, what do you live in? A mansion? You think you're better than me because you live in a mansion? You think that makes you better than somebody because of where you live? What makes you better than somebody is how you treat other human beings. Alright, let me get some tarot out so I can see what's being said here. Which one do you want to use? I keep being drawn to this one. I feel that this is more about us than it is about other people. Alright, so why are we having a tower? Why is our tower here? When the tower shows up, it's inevitable that it's happening, whatever the tower represents. But it hasn't happened yet when it's in reverse. It's like something is delaying it. Spirit might be delaying it, or somehow you might be preventing it. You might be like white knuckling it so you don't have to see the truth, or whatever it represents. It can represent anything from an aha moment, which we saw over here, to something like a catastrophe, something that's like a tragic event in your life. Your crown chakra is here, and you won't take the lead. So somehow you know what to do, but you won't take the lead. Alright, what's going on? Why is our tower here? Because of being in flow and taking the lead. So there's a need for you to get in flow and take the lead. And that's going to change. That's what's going to change. Why is the tower here? Because of the Emperor. There's a masculine energy that's a boss. This is Aries. Hey, Jasmine. The boss man is there's a tower moment either about this person. He's upright. He's upright. And he looks like he is such a sweet person. He might have facial hair. He could wear a necklace with like some kind of crystals. This is the highest court card in the deck, and there's about to be a tower. This person, I think, is realizing something about themselves, and it has to do with a change that they need to make or have made recently or something. What's the death card? Just breathe and reach out. Just breathe and reach out and shine. Alright, some of these I'm not sure what they mean, so I'm going to read them. I think we have the Three of Wands and the Four of Swords, but I'm not sure. Give me just a second. Okay, just breathe. The key word is step back, reconnect, rest, and recharge. So much time and effort can be expended in maintaining current relationships or in creating new ones that it's easy to forget to just stop and breathe once in a while. This life is not just about connecting with other people. The most important connection you can have is with the divine and your higher self. This is a good time to take a break from your personal relationships and reconnect with your spiritual self. Set aside a few minutes every day to sit quietly and just be. And remember, Spirit just said that we need to carve out some time for ourselves and to be single, be solitude, be in that place of quietness. So we're being told that again. That's like double emphasis. All right, let's see if I can find this other one. Reach out. Keyword, teamwork. This is the Three of Pentacles, I think. Teamwork, preparation, alchemy, and achievement. You are a strong and capable person, yet sometimes you forget to ask other people for assistance. Remember that it came out twice that allowing others to help you. Remember, it said ultra independence is a trauma response. We've heard that twice now, okay? No, three times, because it came out twice in the reading, and now it's coming out in the tarot. So we really need to hear what Spirit is saying here. It's time to let others help us. Like, it's saying that we need to take time to be alone with the divine. You are strong and you are a strong and capable person. Yet sometimes you forget to ask other people for assistance. You struggle along doing your best, but often don't quite achieve the results you want. This card serves as a reminder that you don't have to do it alone. You may ultimately get what you want by going solo, but your desires will happen sooner and more gracefully with the help of others. What are you trying to accomplish regarding your relationships, family, friends, and outside organizations are ready for help? You just have to ask them. Set clear goals and decide who has the best skills to help you reach that goal. Do some planning and preparation before acting, and then watch the magic happen. Alchemy is the art of combining disparate elements to create something desirable. By uniting with others, you have the ability to create the relationships of your dreams. Be the alchemist. So there's a man here that doesn't realize that right now someone is just needing to breathe. Just breathe. Just take a break from everybody. But at the same time, you're being encouraged to let others help you. So it's almost like you're being told to stop trying to help other people and let other people help you. Like, it's time for you to have other people help you. You're always the one giving, and no one's ever giving back. But maybe it's because you closed yourself off from allowing them to. Alright. And that leads us right into the Hermit, because it was essentially telling you to take some time to figure out Who has the skills and ability that you need most right now so that you can get those people to help you. So it's not about just having help, it's about having the right help. And this man is realizing it's time for the right help. Somebody doesn't have the right help, and it's because they don't let others help them. They always do for everyone else. Alright, why is the Hermit here? Why is the Hermit here? Because for one thing, it's the moon. Okay. You're going through some challenging times, and it's coming through your crown chakra. Like, you're getting intuitive hits in your crown chakra that are telling you you're going to have to go through hell. But you got to keep on going. You remember it said in the song, I'll go through hell, but I'll keep going. Like, I'll walk through the fire now. Since I met you, I can walk through the fire. Alright, why is Charity here? Because you're going to shine. This unconditional love makes you shine like the sun. This is the pure sun. And see, your sun is in reverse. But because of how much unconditional love you have for other people and for yourself, this unhappiness will have to be made right. Why is your sun upside down? Because of sadness and isolation, nurture, win or lose, and rest and reconsider. So you're going through a sad time and you're isolating yourself right now. This is the Three of Swords. And also you have the Five of Swords. So you're fighting a battle. And you need to be resting. You're fighting and you're needing to be resting. You're brokenhearted. Something is hurting you, or you could be sick. And you need your rest. You need to find out the truth. We're going to get more on the truth. I want to find out what nurture is. I'm not quite sure I understand nurture. It's a major arcana in this deck. And I don't know what it means. Number 3. Oh, that's the Empress. Okay. So here's the Empress to him. This is, oh my goodness. So this is where this person could be sick or they could be hurt. But they love you unconditionally no matter what you do. Even though you've caused them a lot of pain. And they're having to rest and reconsider. The Nine of Wands. Like, this person's been through a whole lot of hell. Somebody's been put through hell. And I think this man is realizing the hell they've been put through, or the hell they put someone else through. Yeah, you've had a blockage in your solar plexus. And that's where they found that illness in me, is in my solar plexus, I think. It could have been my sacral chakra. I couldn't tell. It was my sacral chakra, I think. Alright, so why is Justice here? Because you're going to find out the truth about your are y'all still able to see me? My iPhone did something funky. You're going to get the truth. The Seven of Swords. You're going to get truth. Where you've been deceived, you're going to find out the truth about your stability, your base chakra. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Okay. So what I was saying is this Emperor is realizing that somebody needs to rest and that they need help. And it's this Empress who has so much unconditional love. This person shines. And they're going through a difficult, challenging time where they need rest. And they're finding out the truth. I want to know the truth. What's the truth they're finding out? that they're going to have success and growth when it comes to their heart chakra. There's no sound? Okay. So it's just that one person? Is it just that one person that can't hear me? Kailash, can you hear me, sweetheart? Yeah, okay. All right, why? And this is part of the reading. This one person can't hear me. And that's probably the one that needs to hear me the most. So go back and watch it again with the captions on. I don't know. Why is your star in reverse? Because of your sacral chakra and confronting your shadow. The moon is here with Cancer and Aquarius. We have Leo, Libra, and a Fulicus. There's a lot going on in this situation, y'all. I'm not going to lie to you. Somebody's going through a really challenging time. This is where I'm having my sickness at too, and that's where the moon is showing up, and that's where there's no hope. All right, and then on the bottom of the deck is change your focus. Why do you feel like there's no hope? What's the truth about no hope? What's the truth? Take the lead and get in flow. You're just awaiting results right now. So we don't know what's going to happen. Somebody's heartbroken or sick. Emperor and Empress just came out in this reading together. That's happened in my readings a lot lately. They're either together. Oh, I didn't ask. Why is the Hangman here? Oh, that flew out. Because somebody's moving on. They're going to teach. And you're going to choose your battles wisely. The way you're going to get out of this place where you've been stuck, not seeing this from the right perspective, is to just move on. Walk away from what no longer serves you. You're going to teach. This is like the Hierophant. When it comes to the Hierophant, you're going to choose your battles wisely. And feel helpless and hopeless. This could be any kind of institution where you have to learn something. So you're going to walk away because of whatever somebody teaches you, because you're not going to fight with them about it. That makes you feel helpless and hopeless. What's the truth about teaching? That you're going to go through challenging times, and you know this. Same thing that came out for this Hermit down here. And you're going to reach out. You've got to reach out for help. You've got to let others help you. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Alright, let's look at this from a different deck of tarot now. Why is the Tower here, Spirit? Woo! Because of the Ten of Cups, fill in the blank. Remember the unconditional love we have over here? Why is the Tower here? Remember, it was the Emperor. Okay, because of the Three of Pentacles. Again, the Three of Pentacles. Reach out for help. You've got to have help. You've got to learn something. That's about you cooperating with others and doing what you got to do to get help. Alright, wise. And look, you need to do it quick too. You need to do it real fast. I heard somebody knocking in the living room, and I don't know what it was, but it's okay. I heard somebody knocking the other day when I was doing a reading. Why is Death here? Because of the Ace of Wands, because you are going to be determined. You're not going to let anything hold you back. See that weight she has on her and she's getting ready to exercise? She's not letting that hold her back. She's going to get in shape. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to realize something. You're going to reach out for the help you need so you can have a passionate, motivated new beginning. You're going to try something new. Look, there's the moon, Cancer's here. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Why are you soul searching with the Virgo hermit down here? Because, oh, we got cards coming out everywhere. There's a man in your life. This man keeps coming out in our readings. Because this man, you're soul searching about a person, a King of Swords. There's a car involved. And celebrating with friends. This person wants to celebrate with friends, but they are in reverse. Why is the King of Swords in reverse down here? Because he doesn't have any stability. He has no money. He needs a car. And it looks like to me that he's going to celebrate having a car, but he doesn't have any money. Why is the charity card up here? Because of somebody. There's a Queen of Pentacles. That could be a Virgo. It could be a Sagittarius. It could be a Capricorn. Mainly I see Virgo here. I think this is a Virgo and an air sign. Maybe a Libra or an Aquarius. And that's the two signs I see is Virgo and Aquarius. It's like this person, this also could be an Ophiuchus or Sagittarius. This person is in reverse also. Why is she in reverse? She's unhappy, for one thing. Because she's moving on. You remember, it'll always be us. She's moving on. Why is she unhappy? Because of a wheel. Something's happened in her life. Why is Justice here? Because of the Eight of Swords. Because whatever is being made right is something that could be imprisonment. Somebody could be imprisoned. Somebody could actually be, because we have Justice and the Eight of Swords, that is a prison. This is also you doubting yourself. Why are you having a wheel? Because you lost motivation. It's like you lost your courage. You lost your courage somehow. And now you're afraid. Why are you feeling like you have no hope? Because of that Empress and her judgment. What about her judgment? There's an Empress here. The moon. Remember the moon clarified this a while ago. This person is in her feelings big time. She's afraid. Something has happened to her. And it's caused her to feel like she is not motivated. But see, she's going to be. What's going to pull it together is you not feeling motivated when it comes to moving on. What's going to be the outcome of the moon? The Hanged Man, which is the end of the reading because that's what's on the bottom of the deck. Why is the Hanged Man? You got a lot of major arcanas pulling this together, whoever you are. There's major, major stuff happening in your life. And you're realizing it over here. And you realizing it is what's going to change it. You realizing that you have to be determined if you want this to change. This isn't just going to change because you say, I wish this would change. You have to get up, and do something. You have to ask for that help. Alright, and why is the Hanged Man here? Because of that Nine of Wands again. Drained and defeated. You're drained and defeated. Feel like you're not ever getting back what you put into things. Give, give, give. Never giving anything back. Anything else we need to know here? Whatever's going on here, Spirit's going to lift the anguish from your life. Your anguish, this defeatedness, this drainedness, the Ten of Swords is here in reverse. Somebody could be thinking about doing something that's a senseless risk. What's the anguish? Oh, you're going to have victory. Whatever you need to get overcome in your life, guess what? You're overcoming it. You're going to overcome. That's why the Ten of Swords is in reverse. And then you're going to have a King of Wands, or be one. Very passionate, a very natural born leader. I think this was more about you than anybody else. But there's somebody it's a woman, an older woman, and she is going through something. It could be legal. It's making her unhappy. And there's a Queen of Pentacles involved. There's a King of Swords. I think there's 3 people involved, 4 people involved here. That could be a mother. Honestly, I don't know. Only you know your situation. But this has been a very different reading than my typical readings. I would like to find out how Spirit, how are you working in our homes? They're still waiting. Somebody is still waiting. Oh, Cody, baby. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Somebody's still waiting at home. What's going on at work? You need to effing say it. There's something you need to say at work. Speak up. Effing say it. And our surprise is that we're not going to sit back and relax. So we're going to do something about this. What are we going to do? Why are we not going to sit back and relax? Surprisingly, we're not going to sit back and relax because people are going to stop being so messy. Too many messy people. That's a surprise. We're not going to just sit down and take that shit. You're not going to be messy with me. Somebody's going to just walk away. Alright. Love life. In your love life, you're going to keep shit clean and not be irritated. Good for you. Alright, what's your role? It's not that serious. You need to know whatever's going on is not that serious. And what's going to be the outcome for the family? You're going to cook a fucking meal and deal with your drama. So you have some drama to deal with. And it has to do with packing your bags. But you're not packing your bags. But you are. It said you were traveling. Why are you not packing your bags? Because you're going to get hot and sweaty. So you're working out when you need to be packing your bags. And you're hot, smart, and have a great ass. Do the damn dishes. You know, somebody doesn't listen. What are they not listening for? Because it's time for shit to get real? Okay. So they're not listening, but it's time for shit to get real. Alright, Spirit, talk to me about money. How are you working at home in the collective's money? There's gossip about somebody being single, being alone. Alright. How are you working in our work life when it comes to money? Spirit says when it comes to your work life, you have angelic help, collective. Alright, what's our surprise when it comes to money? That we're not going to retail. Maybe we're not going to shop. Maybe we're not going to buy something. Something like that. What about our love life? Your parenthood's in reverse. Being a teacher's in reverse. And your windfall are all in reverse in your love life. So in your love life, you should be a parent. You should be teaching. And you should be having a windfall. Why aren't you? Because of the media. You're not doing media. You're supposed to be doing media on your love life. What's the holdup? You're going the wrong way. And it has to do with sports. Alright. And our role? Our role is we're not managing our money and we're in our emotions. So So we're letting our emotions manage our money. That's why we need to stop doing retail. Surprisingly, you need to stop impulse buying. And what will be the outcome for us? Ooh, we got a lot. Okay, we're going to have a celebration. We're going to make peace. No luck because of the underworld and a new beginning. So there's not going to be any luck when it comes to maybe somebody dying and starting over. Maybe you thought somebody's going to die, they're not going to die. And then there's spell work. What's going to be the outcome of the spell work? A mechanic. Why are you having a mechanic as your outcome? Maybe because you need a car. Because you're going slow and you're not in your spirituality. You're networking, but you're going slow because you don't have any spirituality. Spirit's saying you need a mechanic. Your spell work is you need to work on your spirituality. So I'm gonna leave that alone. And somebody's got legal issues. I'm gonna leave all that alone. You heard what the man said or the woman said. You heard. I'm hearing that song. Hop on the bus, Gus. Make a new plan, Stan. Look who's on my head again. No need to discuss much. Just drop off the keys, Lee. And set yourself free. Holy shit, that's an old one. That's taking me back to the day when I was like 3 years old. Alright, how are we working at home to not F ourselves? Hey, Kazi. Spirit says, you're going to open up. You're going to open up in social media detox. You might have some people on your social media that you need to get off of there. They might need to be off of your social media. Like the one that was talking about me living in a $75,000 trailer that I've almost completely paid for. They could be gone as far as I'm concerned. Alright, work life. Work life. Wow. Spirit says you're in denial. You're not planning your career. And you need to get some sleep and rest. Alright, what are your surprises? You're going to rediscover yourself. In your love life, you're not going to escape materialism. So some of these materialistic, they love things. They love cars and houses and jewelry. They're all about all that kind of stuff. That's what you love. You love the material things in life. That's not going to lead you very far. Don't bite me again. And what's our role here? Our role is to ask your angels about a past life connection in reverse. So somehow that maybe somebody you broke up with is saying ask your angels, or don't ask your angels about that past life connection. And what will be your outcome? Cosmo's freaking out over here. You'll see the beauty in the world. So this past life connection, and you'll also meditate and get those chakras cleared. It's almost like this past life connection is causing you to not see the beauty in the world because you thought that it would always be us, but it's time to start something new. It's time to stop thinking it's going to always be us. Because it might not always be us. Alright, what's our guidance for today, Spirit? This has been a very different reading. The Well Watcher in reverse and the Shadow Queen. Page 7. The Well Watcher comes to let you know that you've run out of steam. Self-will alone isn't enough to make things happen. All cannot be yours at this time. If you feel you're going nowhere, it's because you're meant to stay put. Willfulness can lead you to becoming like the bull in a china shop, creating havoc as you rush forward. Remember, the sacred creative source of the water in the well. Drink some, be still, and contemplate the true origin of power. It isn't you. So drink deeply. So some of you think you're all powerful. That's that pride. That's that humility being sideways. Drink some, be still, and contemplate the true origin of power. It isn't you. So drink deeply of the wisdom of the divine and listen to the beautiful music playing throughout your life. When you've made conscious contact with your higher power, you can move forward again, replenished and renewed. This is also an important time to restore harmony in your relationship, since you may be temporarily out of tune with one another. If there's a power struggle between you, remember that only the divine has true power, and you won't feel the need to struggle anymore. So somehow you're going through a power struggle with someone you love. And we saw that in the reading that you needed to have forgiveness for somebody, or they needed to have it for you. The Shadow Queen also is a challenge this week. The Shadow Queen gently asks you to address your innocent character flaws with compassion. For now, it's time to bring your wounded self and hidden agenda into the light. Throat chakra. You're seeing the tangible results of those aspects of your nature. Now my ears are stopping up. Spirit, help me to get this message out. You're seeing the tangible results of those aspects of your true nature that have evolved in response to the difficulties in your life. They've been a means to help you survive. Perhaps you're falling prey to insecurity masked as elitism and arrogance, believing that you know best, to comparing yourself with others, and to being fearful and self-sabotaging. Remember they had fear over here? You may have been taught that manipulating others rather than being direct is the way to get your needs met. The Shadow Queen reminds you that manipulation in any form isn't the best method of getting what you want. Another meaning that can also apply is the possibility that you're being affected by someone else's wounded self. Perhaps you are the one being manipulated. Whatever the case, it's time to take a fearless personal inventory and observe. Remember the soul searching? Observe what part you play in this drama and potential disasters in your life. What part? It's time for you to take an inventory of what parts you play in the dramas and potential disasters in your life. When you come to a place of humility, forgiveness, and grace, then you may proceed again and walk into the light. There is great value and strength in facing your own shadow in the realm of the Shadow Queen. And that's what that Empress was doing over here. But she had so much unconditional love that her unhappiness was brought to justice. And there's no hope, but she was going to be set free from that because of her thinking. She's going to change the way she thinks about people and situations because of whatever it is that she's been going through. Okay, I think we're gonna I'm gonna get one more thing. This has been a very different reading. It's not like my typical reading. So if you're new here, welcome. The readings will always be different. I do have a Q&A after the reading, and I am happy to answer your questions. Kailash is my wonderful and dedicated moderator, and he will put you on the list. So be sure that you connect with Kailash about getting on the list if he has room for you. I'll be happy to answer any questions that I can. I just need to get up and stretch my legs and take a quick break. And I'll be right back, Kailash, okay? Don't go anywhere, okay? Stay put. I want to answer your questions. Thank you all for all the love you've shown to me today. And I go back and watch these videos, and I read every comment. And most of you say the most beautiful things to me and make me feel so much love. And I appreciate you so much. I appreciate your dedication to coming back time and time again to see these videos. I'm humbled by that you would even want to hear what I have to say. I'm truly humbled by that. And I love you guys. You are my family. You are my family. You are my soft place to land. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Give me a second. Give me a second. Everything fell apart. I'm so sorry. Give me a second and I'll explain what happened. Oh, I'm back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Anybody there? Okay, cool. I'm sorry. When I took the break, the phone died. Because I used my iPhone instead of using my other phone. And my iPhone was only at like 30%. So I don't know how I even got that far in the reading. But thank God we made it. You know, and I was thinking about it when I took the break. And I want to say something. I know we don't all believe in the same thing. Some of us have different belief systems, and that's okay. I think that's beautiful. But I want to say that Jesus, if you do believe in Jesus, came as a baby. He humbled himself. He was God and came to earth in the form of a baby. And he was born in a stable, a barn where animals were kept. Do you understand what I'm saying? So just because somebody doesn't live in a beautiful home with all the most fancy ornaments and whatnot doesn't make them any less spiritual or any less significant. And don't let anybody make you feel like you're less than because you might not have the best of everything. Because if you have humility and you have love and you have kindness and you have compassion and you have all of those beautiful things, they are worth more than anything money could ever buy. And I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, I'm ready to answer your questions, but I do feel the need to get something to drink. I'm sorry. I need a Coke. We're plugged in now, so you're not going to die anymore.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You're being silly.
You remember, the way Spirit's working is that something, you're going to realize that something has to change. Something's got to change. And it's not a small thing, it's a big thing. And when that phone died, that's significant of that death. You're going to disconnect from people that have not been, I don't think they've been the right people for you. I think you're going to find the right people for you, okay? All right, who's first, Kailash? Bapasha, hello, sweetheart. Hey, Gregory, welcome to the channel. I hope you will subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow. I wish these things would stop popping up. I don't even know what this stuff's about. I hope you can't see the notifications. Okay. Hi, Christie. Love. I love you too, Bipasha. My question is, should I be friends with these two girls I met some days ago? Okay. Let's get the angel cards out because they give us the best answers for yes or no questions. And we'll find out what Spirit thinks. Spirit, what do you think about being friends with these girls? Should Bapasha be friends with these girls that she's just met? Thank you so much for all the love you've shown me today. You guys rock. Should Bapasha be friends with these girls? May I see, please? Should Bipasha be friends with these girls? I'm get more information, but yes. Alright, talk to me, Spirit. What's the answer to should she be friends with these girls? Improving health came out and don't go in a new direction. So, improving health to me is when a situation gets better. So, I don't know if maybe something happened that made you feel a little uncomfortable around them, like you maybe shouldn't be friends with them. That's the kind of feel I'm getting. And will this be a good relationship between these three girls when this health improves? Abundance came out, Vipasha. So I think it is I think you're getting, and it's the right time for this too. I think you met these people at the right time. I think these are people that you do need in your life. That's the feel that I'm getting. I'm not getting any negative vibes from this situation at all. Your questions are not silly. Your questions are not silly. It's important to know. In fact, I think we should find out more about these girls. Let's find out a little more about these girls. How can I do that? I'm looking for a specific deck, but I'm not seeing it. These will work. Alright, Spirit. When it comes to these friends, What, girl number one, Bapasha, I don't know who that is, but one of these girls, the girl number one, what are her true motives for being friends with Bapasha? Wow. Her true motives are secret admirer and in not being, this person has no infatuation. It's like secretly they admire you because you're not infatuated. That's her motives. What's girl number two's motives? She has something else going on. This one over here, there's a need for an apology. They'd be better off if they would apologize or maybe stop apologizing so much. They might say they're sorry too much. But this one over here secretly admires something about you. That's their motivations. Hey Dixie, welcome to the channel. Alright, Rachel, you're next. Post your question, Rachel. Spirit, does tarot bring out evil spirits? There's the opportunity for it. Does my tarot bring out evil spirits? It's not up to you. Wait. What do you mean? Does it bring out evil spirits or not? No need to worry. Not in the near future. Compromise. So I guess it depends on the person playing with the cards. Could you please? Oh, this deck? Not at all. It's called Angel Answer Oracle Cards by Radley Valentine. Hello, tarot reader. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so could you please tell me what I need to know about DS? You're welcome, Rachel. All right, what does Rachel need to know about DS, Spirit? How can I find out? All right, I'm going to find out what okay, this is called What's Blocking You in Your Relationship. What might be the block? You're welcome, Vipasha, baby. You're so welcome. What might be the blocks in Rachel's relationship with DS? May I see, please? Good night, baby. Sweet dreams. See you next time. I'll be back tomorrow, okay? What might be the relationship blocks with DS? May I see, please? Oh, Rachel, addiction came out in reverse, baby. You need to be careful of addiction somehow. Alright, any other blocks? Somebody being eye candy and don't be judgmental. And also being antisocial. Somebody could have had in the past maybe a problem with some kind of addiction. I don't know what kind. It's showing pills, Rachel. Ah, okay. So this is what you need to be careful of, okay? It's in reverse, so it looks like he's doing a good job. But there's eye candy and somebody needs to stop being judgmental. Does this person comment on your looks? Does he make you feel like, you know, you're not good enough in some way? Or just be careful that he's not. You are probably an incredibly beautiful person. And that's good. Maybe maybe you feel like he's eye candy. Somebody here feels like somebody's eye candy. You're beautiful, of course you are. And also, they're not judgmental. So maybe I don't really see any blocks, to be honest with you. It looks like this person's sociable. They know you're beautiful. I don't think they're judgmental, or maybe you're not judgmental of the fact that they are having struggles with this addiction. I don't really see anything you need to look out for. Can we get anything out of the tarot for what they need to watch for? What does Rachel need to be mindful of with this relationship? There's our King of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles. So it's almost like this person is, maybe they struggle. Oh, look, there's a Chariot vibe here. This person does look like they're trying really hard to get over. They look like they may be struggling financially right now because of having this addiction or something. That's kind of the feel that it's giving me. I don't see anything wrong with you being in this relationship. Just know that I want to see the outcome of this. If Rachel stays in this relationship, will it be a good outcome? Don't ask for help from others. So somebody won't ask for help. And that's what the original reading was about. And choose a new direction. So if this person is not willing to ask for help, you might need to go in a new direction. There's underlying instability, and this person thinks more with their emotions than they do with their logic. So if they're not willing to ask for help, you might need to go in a new direction. It's not saying to go in one. It's just saying it keeps kind of warning you to be careful of this person because of the addiction, and something caused them to have problems financially. I think you said they bought a house. He's not your type? I gotcha. Okay. Let me ask another question. Is there someone better out there for Rachel just waiting? Rachel, Spirit said take action. So you already know there's somebody. And unhelpful people. Okay, who's next, Kailash? Thank you, Rachel. I hope that gave you the clarity that you need. What's up, Thyme? Why are you saying no, Rachel? What's going on? I missed something? Amy, what's up, baby? Can you please get an energy read for yourself and the two canes you've connected with? Okay. Let's find out the energy for you. What is, not Rachel, what is Amy's energy? May I see Amy's energy, Spirit? What is Amy's energy right now? May I see? What's going on with Amy's energy? Amy, right now, it looks like you're going through a lot of emotion. Kind of a whirlwind of emotion, even. Hey, Tandy. You're affected dramatically and maybe a little bit emotionally unstable for some reason. All right, what about the two canes? Show me how their energy looks. Show me the first cane. Oh, Amy. This person makes promises, but they are sometimes dishonest about it. All right, what about the second cane? That one has heart fog. They're sending mixed signals, blocked, their heart's clogged. This one has a tendency to make promises they don't keep, and this one has heart fog. You're welcome, Rachel. Hey, Carmine, how are you? Amy, did you have anything to say about that, baby? Or did you want me to give you more clarity? Rachel, baby, you ask whatever you want to ask, and don't worry about what anybody thinks. Okay? Hey, Freddie. There you go. That's right. Amy, did you leave me, baby? It looks like you're going through a lot of emotion because one of these people are tricky and they tell lies. The other one has heart fog. I would stay away from those two. I did want to tell you guys before I close. Look who's back. Oh, do they have good or bad intentions? You know, see if the two canes have good intentions. With something's going to happen within the next few weeks. No, they do not. You're being warned within the next few weeks, Amy. Not good intentions, baby. I would steer clear of those two. Kailash has closed the list for today. You guys have to understand that it's after midnight in India where he lives. But I'll be back earlier tomorrow. I'm going to come back earlier tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow, and if you want to get on the list, be here earlier. I'm going to set the notification before I go to bed tonight, so you'll know what time to expect me tomorrow, and you can make plans to be here, okay? I don't mind answering as many questions as Kailash can handle, but I have to respect the fact that he has a life, and he donates his time for free to help me with the channel, okay? I love you. I'm glad you're here. Freddie, I hope you'll come back. What I was going to tell you guys is, you remember last week it said that I was going to meet somebody new within the next few days? And there's actually a guy at a store that me and him were talking to each other. And he actually was talking to me about going out together and going on a cruise. He's very handsome, and he's been flirting with me for quite a while now. So, I don't know. I'll probably go back to the store and say hi to him again soon. We'll see where it goes. Alright, you guys. Take care. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll be back earlier tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye, Cosmo. Say bye-bye, Cosmo. Say bye-bye, everybody. Otto's over here saying goodbye also. I have a dog named Otto. And he's saying bye-bye. Alright, you too, Kailash. Thank you so much for your service to the channel and to Spirit, and your faithfulness to me and all of your kindness. I love you guys. Take care. Alright, bye-bye. Cosmo saying bye-bye.